Hello and welcome to the Games That Matter Week 10 predictions video. This is actually one of the lighter weeks that I've had. I'm still gonna jump right into things, get the ball rolling, but it's gonna be a fun one, I think, this weekend. So starting on Thursday night, we have West Virginia at number 12, Baylor. Baylor is undefeated, and now with Oklahoma losing, has a chance to try and rush in and take over the conference at this point, and potentially a shot at the playoffs if they continue to win. I got Baylor winning this one at home against West Virginia and improving themselves to 8-0 on the season. Next is Georgia Southern at number 20, Appalachian State. Now, this is another undefeated team putting their undefeated season on the line on Thursday. And again, they're at home. I think Appalachian State's going to get the win here, but expect Georgia Southern to put up a fight. Moving on to the Saturday games, we have number 14, Michigan at Maryland. I've got Michigan winning this one on the road. I think they're going to come off the high of beating Notre Dame like that, coming right into the Maryland game. And I think Maryland's still reeling from that loss to Minnesota. I got Michigan on the road. NC State at number 23, Wake Forest. I'm picking Wake Forest to win this game at home. They're going to try and rise their way back up into the top 25. And I believe they still have a matchup with Clemson coming up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Virginia Tech at number 16, Notre Dame. Notre Dame's going to be licking some wounds. I'm picking Notre Dame to win, but I'm thinking that it might be closer than it should be because I think Notre Dame's still reeling from what happened last weekend against Michigan. Next on the list is number 8, Georgia at number 6, Florida. Now, this is going to be possibly one of the biggest games of the season until next week. But I think Georgia, I went back and forth on this one. It's going to be really close, really evenly matched. I'm going with Georgia on the road. I think their coach will get them turned around and get their heads on straight. And I think Georgia will come away with a road victory here to keep their hopes at the SEC and potentially the playoffs alive. Number 22, Kansas State at Kansas. I got Kansas State winning this one. I don't think they're going to have a letdown after that Oklahoma win. And Kansas is, however, a shocker this year. They've been playing up to their opponents, which is a new thing for them. I think Kansas State gets a close win here on the road. Wofford at number 4, Clemson. Clemson's going to win. Number 9, Utah at Washington. I'm picking Utah to win this one. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Utah keeps themselves alive in this playoff hunt. Ole Miss at number 11, Auburn. I'm picking Auburn to win this one at home. I just don't think Ole Miss has enough in the tank to get it done. Number 17, Cincinnati at East Carolina. I'm picking Cincinnati to win this one on the road. I think Cincinnati's a really good team, and with some other things going on, they have potential to rise into the best of the non-Power 5 teams. Next is number 15, SMU at number 24, Memphis. Now, they just announced this is going to be where game day goes this weekend. I've got SMU winning this one on the road, but I think it's going to be really close. It's going to be a last-second victory for SMU. Expect Memphis to keep it really close. Number 7, Oregon at USC. I'm picking Oregon to win this one on the road. I think USC will keep it really close, make it really hard on Oregon. But I think Oregon will just overpower them and keep their hopes also alive at the playoffs. And last but not least, we have number 21, Boise State at San Jose State. I got Boise State winning this one. I think they're going to correct course on their season, try and get back on track. I think San Jose is coming off a big win, San Jose State against Army. I think it was Army they played last weekend. But I think Boise State is a better quality team, and I think Boise State gets the road win here. So that is it, actually, for the Week 10 predictions. Like I said, it's a light week. There's only about 14 games. It's going to be interesting to see where things fall, because depending on how things go, there could potentially be no undefeated teams coming out of the SEC. Alabama and LSU still have to play next weekend, and Auburn still has to play Alabama as well, so there is a lot that could go on in this season still. That being said, I think seeing how it's shaping up at this point, I think that it's going to be probably Ohio State. I'm thinking Oregon. I think Oklahoma will recover, and I think it will be Alabama or LSU. I don't know that they're going to get two SEC teams in because I'm thinking Ohio State maybe as an undefeated team, Oregon as a conference champion in one loss, and Oklahoma as a conference champion in one loss. If you had a one-loss SEC team that didn't even play in the conference championship or wasn't a conference champion of any kind, then you'd have a hard time putting them in over conference champions. So I think it's going to be the Pac-12, the Big 10, the Big 12, the Big 10, and the SEC in the playoffs this year. And I think once, I forgot about Clemson. Can't forget about Clemson. I think Clemson's actually going to be in there too. So I think Ohio State, Clemson. So it'll be the SEC, the ACC, the Big 10. I think they would put Oregon in over Oklahoma at that point. So I would go with Oregon. So I think it's going to be Pac-12. It's going to be ACC, SEC, Big 10, and Pac-12 in the playoffs this year. I don't think anybody's double dipping this year. So that's it for the video. Let me know if you guys like what I'm doing. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe buttons. Like I said, leave a comment if you got anything you want to say. Who do you think is going to make the playoffs this year? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys after the weekend for the Week 10 recap video.